Well, yes, we are talking about cake because we have David joining us right now,
right.
of course, where he gives us the tips and tricks from his latest weekend dish.
I don't usually come with an empty pan.
Right, I know, but that's okay. You have a good excuse for it.
I have a good excuse for this one. It was actually raffled off at the East Lansing Public Library.
And I'm sure that winner is probably having a great time finishing it up.
Well, they commissioned me to make a cake to celebrate their 100 years, and I was glad to do it, but they raffled it off, and that cake went to a good home. So that was a good thing.
Yes.
And they had 1,100 people show up.
Wow.
At the event this past weekend.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, it was spectacular.
That's great.
If you haven't been to the East Lansing Public Library, it's spectacular.
Yes, it's
great
beautiful.
Facility.
Very peaceful and very obviously resourceful.
Extremely, very nice. So anyway.
You made a cake.
I made a cake. And it was an open book cake because we did it for the library.
Right.
And so if you look at, this is the important thing to start out with, is a durable cake for 3D in chocolate, meaning it's a carvable cake.
Okay.
So I cheated, and Duncan Hines helped me with this.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
You're using the box.
I did. I used, but look at the
You added
other
head stuff.
ingredients.
Okay.
All the ingredients that you add makes this cake very, very sturdy and able to be cut up. So there's the cake. Remember, you've got to get this out of this pan.
Right. Okay.
So it's got to be sturdy so it doesn't all break apart.
Right.
So I used that grate. And that's how I
So you flipped it over.
Flipped it over.
Okay.
But man, you've got to really grease that pan to make it, you
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
So anyway, I let it cool, and I actually made the bookworm days before. I made it. I made the cake on Friday, but I actually made this worm on Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
So that the fondant would dry.
Okay.
And it wouldn't just kind of melt all over the cake. Sometimes fondant's kind of particular, but if you make things, if you know something in advance, you can make it, and it kind of hardens a little bit and makes it easier to then put on a cake.
And carve.
So then, and I want to ask about the worm. So you made all of those pieces separately. Did you put them all together on Wednesday, or did you wait till the day of to put them together?
I put them all together as I made it. So and it's just, this is just
rolling
it in your
like
hands.
Play-Doh.
Right.
It's exactly like Play-Doh. So when it came to the cake, you know, the carving of the cake, and that's why I kind of messed up and really got preoccupied with making the cake and not taking pictures.
That's okay.
I wish I had more pictures because I was really nervous and it was not going well. And I basically used just a serrated long knife and to make the cuts, you know, along the cake, to make the arches, and then cut the slant to make it look like the page, you know, how a book would go.
Okay.
So when the cake was cut, I put that crumb coat on there, meaning that initial coat. I was back and forth. That cake was in the fridge more than it was out me working on it, because just to set up the frosting so that I could put the next layer of frosting on so that you wouldn't see the crumbs in it.
Yeah, because you were using white, and that's where you really can't hide
then,
it.
you know, I used the stamps here.
Okay.
I've never
have
seen
a
this
set
before.
of stamps, and here's the fondant. So I was able to, you know, put happy birthday or happy 100 in the cake, and then you just stamp it out of
that fondant Play-Doh.
And then, you know, and then the book, if you want to get the lines, I just used this, and that's what I went, you know, just down the sides of the book. And on the,
and it looks like pages
and
like
it
that.
looks like pages.
Yeah.
It's just one of these tips that I have.
Okay.
So that's how I did it, and then just stuck the words on there. My talent for writing with a frosting bag is not good.
You have like a sturdy hand.
I realized that, so that's why stamping it out of fondant to me is much easier, and it accomplishes the
same
kind of thing.
Yeah, and you said you can get these at grocery stores
And
too.
yeah, the fondant in different colors. I got this at, I think, Kroger. You can get it at Meijer. You can get it, I think you can get it at Target. So anywhere that they have baking supplies, usually they do have fondant in different colors. And like you say, it's just like working with Play-Doh.
Yep. All right, so best of luck for those that try to experience it. Maybe start with a smaller cake, and
this was a first for me. So and it worked out. I'm lucky it worked out, because there were times in the middle of it I thought, this ain't gonna work out. But
you're like calling Meijer.
But it did. They were happy with it, and the person who got it was happy.
Well, thank you so much for the tips for fondant and, of course, frosting. So, yeah. All right.
Good luck to anybody at home who's ready for that challenge.
Yeah, exactly. Well, coming up on Studio 10, as we mentioned, in the spirit of bracket season, Rochelle and I are filling out one of our own brackets, but this one has a different theme because we don't want to give away our team answers or who's going to be the overall winner. So stay with us.